Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about an announcement that Binance made 2 days back, and it's about a listing of a token called Linear Finance or Lina in the Innovation Zone, right? And just like their new format for Launchpad, they basically stated that you can purchase Lina tokens with BNB at a 30% discount prior to the trading using the Launchpad subscription format, right? So if you guys have already participated in this Launchpad, then it's good for you because a lot of people who didn't really expect the listing of this token, weren't able to get a lot of tokens on PancakeSwap before the price pumped, right? So let's read the announcement. Binance is excited to bring another Launchpad subscription format to our standard listing process for Linear or Lina. Users will be able to purchase Lina tokens using BNB at a 30% discount prior to the trading start time, right? The subscription period will start shortly at 18th of March, which was 2 days back, 5 a.m. UTC, and will be open for 4 hours. Again, at the time of making this video, the listing and the subscription for getting your linear token is already completed. So if you guys don't know that, then make sure to keep an eye out for any future announcements from Binance, right? So the recording of BNB balances for this session is already complete and was recorded for 7 days between 11th of March to 18th of March, right? So basically the recording was already taking place since March 11th. So if you didn't really expect that you would be holding BNB tokens, then moving forward, you should probably have some BNB tokens in your Binance Spot account so that in future subscription-based Launchpad formats, the screenshot of your BNB would also be taken for you to be eligible for any future subscription Launchpad formats, right? And also, I don't know if, let's say, for example, you remove the BNB tokens from your from your Binance account before the 18th, and you have zero balance at the time of 18th when they announce this. Would you still be eligible for linear tokens? I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure that at the bottom they provide all the details, right? This was mentioned in our previous Launchpad announcement, where the recording of BNB balances may start before an announcement is made. Again, they made this very clear in their previous announcement, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. And this is something that you guys need to keep in mind for the future listings, because if you guys are wanting to make some quick buck, then it might as well be worth keeping some BNB tokens to get a token listed at a discounted price, right? Binance will list Lina in the innovation zone and open trading for Lina BTC, Lina BUSD, and Lina USDT trading pairs, right? Users can now deposit Lina in preparation for trading. So that's pretty cool. It happened 2 days back, and now Lina or Linear Finance token is officially trading on Binance, right? So what are the key information that you would need to know if in case you want to participate in the future sales, right? So basically this is not going to be the same for all tokens that will be listed in the same format on Binance in the future, but it does give an idea of how you can probably start accumulating some tokens, especially from the Binance Smart Chain, so that you can kind of like be prepared for any future listings, right? So basically, the token name is Linear. Discount sale hard cap is going to be $1.8 million worth of tokens. Discount sale price would be 1 Lina equals 0.0003 BNB or 8 cents, 8.5 cents per token. Hard cap per user is going to be about 3000 USD. So even if you have a lot of BNB in the Binance account, you will only be eligible to receive about 3000 per person as a max cap, right? Tokens offered would be about 0.21% of the total supply, which is 21 million tokens. And total supply is going to be 10 billion Lina tokens, right? So that's a lot of tokens for any cryptocurrency. Current circulating supply is 1.5 billion tokens, right? So that's also too high. It's 15.4% of the total supply, which of the total supply, which is basically the max supply, right? Um, Discount sale format is going to be subscription. Supported sessions is going to be BNB only. And if you want to read through some of the subscription format based FAQs, you can click on this link in order to understand this format and make sure that you are prepared next time if you want to participate in any of these discounted subscription formats, right? So for this one, you can see BNB calculation period is going to be from 11th of March to 18th of March. During this period, user BNB balances were calculated in hourly snapshots for each day over a 7-day period, right? So it's going to be snapshots taken every hour. So the longer you hold the BNB, the higher chance that you would be eligible for the subscription, right? Your average daily BNB balance over these 7 days will determine the maximum amount of BNB that you can commit later on. So again, if you have BNB accumulated or staying in your spot wallet account on Binance from 11th of March 0 a.m. UTC all the way till 18th of March 0 a.m. UTC, you would be probably like eligible to receive the maximum because you have staked you have kind of like held your tokens for a long time frame, right? For the entire time frame, in fact, and that will be eligible. That will make you eligible for receiving a higher proportion of Lina tokens, right? Which is something that you want to consider moving forward for future subscription formats. So subscription period is going to be 18th of March, and it's going to be from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. UTC. Subscription will open at this time for all eligible users for a 4-hour period. So it's going to be a very narrow window, 4-hour period. Users must also sign the token purchase agreement at the same time prior to committing their BNB. So again, you would be asked to sign a token purchase agreement. Please know that once committed, your BNB will be locked and you will not be able to redeem or access any other functions such as transfer, withdrawals, or trading until final token distribution. Okay, again, pretty straightforward and self-explanatory. Calculation period is going to be 18th of March 9 a.m. UTC to 18th of March 10 a.m. UTC, which will be the calculation period to calculate the reward. Subscription closes and token allocation calculation begins. Detailed calculation rules can be found here. So I'd suggest you guys to click in the link, the hyperlink, and read through how the total calculations are made, right? Final token distribution is going to be on 18th of March, was on 18th of March, 10 a.m. Your final token allocation will be calculated and the corresponding BNB will be deducted from your already locked BNB account. Once deducted, your Lina and BNB tokens will both be transferred to your spot wallet, right? So again, pretty straightforward explanation. You won't be able to use your BNB which you committed because again, you won't be able to use your BNB till the subscription period and the distribution period is over. In order for you to because they'll be deducting the BNB required for the purchase from the locked BNB that you are holding on the spot wallet, right? So it makes sense. And for any other information, I would suggest you guys to go to their hyperlinks and read in detail about this new format, right? So if you want to buy Lina tokens, you obviously could have bought it from ERC in ERC20 format from Ethereum or BEP20 format from Binance Smart Chain, right? So obviously BEP20 was the most popular option because not only is it fee is cheap, it's also available on PancakeSwap, and you can pretty much get Lina tokens for free by staking Cake tokens, right, in one of its syrup pools. So if you guys had accumulated Lina tokens, then good for you. You were able to make a quick buck. If you were holding it for short term, or if you're holding it for long term, you would have seen the price of your Lina tokens spike up a bit, right? Again, when it comes to the project itself, we'll cover that in detail. If you want to learn more about the subscription format, there's FAQs and other links that you may want to use to do your own research before you want to invest in tokens that are sold in this format, right? So now looking at the token itself and the project itself, what is Lina? So Lina is basically a cross-chain compatible decentralized synthetic asset protocol, right? That's pretty much what it does. So it's basically the synthetics, but in a cross-chain manner, right? And in a decentralized manner. Basically, the obvious concept here. Linear is a cross-chain compatible decentralized synthetic asset protocol, which allows users to cost effectively and quickly create, trade, and manage synthetic assets, liquids, right? Which are basically what they're trying to say is it's a cross-chain compatible decentralized synthetic asset protocol, pretty straightforward, which allows users to cost effectively and quickly create, trade, and manage synthetic assets. So you can basically use cost efficiency in order to create your assets. Basically, whenever you create a synthetic assets on synthetics, you would have to over collateralize your deposit, and therefore that is something that's most likely not going to be feasible for everyone who wants to create synthetic assets, right? And the second thing is, obviously, any transactions on Ethereum are not cost effective at the time of making this video, and it has been like that since the DeFi boom of last year, right? So Lina Finance is basically a cross-chain compatible, decentralized, and like cost-effective synthetic asset protocol, right? So that's pretty cool. Linear is built on both Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, allowing users to swap Linear's assets across both DeFi ecosystems and use them as DeFi building blocks, right? With regards to this point, I don't know why they didn't add Polkadot, because it's also listed as a Polkadot based project because of its cross-chain compatibility. So I don't know if it's a mistake from Binance's side, or if at the time of making this video they aren't still fully thinking of going to Polkadot, or I don't know what's the main rationale for not including the Polkadot chain. But anyway, as of the time of making this video, it's currently compatible with Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, and possibly in the future also on Polkadot, right? Allowing users to swap Linear's assets across both DeFi ecosystem and use them as DeFi building blocks, right? Again, pretty straightforward explanation. Lina is the native utility token of Linear and has the following use cases. So let's see what are the main use cases of this token, right? So governance, Lina token holders will be able to vote on protocol topics such as synthetic asset listing, fee revenue splits, collateral ratio, and other linear improvement proposals. So again, just like any DeFi platform that has its own token, this token is also basically a governance token, which will enable the users who hold this token to decide on what kind of synthetic assets can be listed on Linear Finance, what are the fees, fee revenue splits, how the collateralization ratio must be set, and other improvement proposals on this platform, right? So staking is the other utility for this token. Lina token holders are able to stake and collateralize their Lina tokens on the protocol to generate LUSD. So when you stake Lina tokens, you are able to use a stake Lina token as a collateral in order to mint their own version of stablecoin called LUSD, right? Similar to Synthetics USD, they have their own LUSD stablecoin, right? LUSD can be used to purchase synthetic assets on Linear Exchange or be used in other DeFi protocols. So you can take the LUSD, and similar to how you would use synthetics, you can go to Linear Exchange and buy synthetic assets, synthetic Bitcoin, synthetic Ethereum, synthetic commodity stocks, anything that you want through LUSD stablecoin, right? Or you can also use your LUSD in DeFi based lending, borrowing, staking, and other protocols in order to earn yield, right? Users who create LUSD are eligible for staking rewards and a share of trading fees generated on Linear Exchange, right? Exact same concept as synthetics, right? The project raised 2.36 million USD in the following sale rounds. So they raised 2.36 million USD in multiple sale rounds, and some of them are seed rounds and many of them are private or public sales. So seed round, the first seed round that they had was 2.40% that they allocated to the seed round, where the token price was less than 1 cent, or in fact it was $0.001 per Lina token, which is incredibly low. And people who gotten into that particular seed round are probably probably the ones who bought the token at the lowest of the low, right? Lowest of the low price per based on USD. Private sale round number one, where they've allocated 3.5% of the total token supply and sold it at 0.002 USD per Lina. Private sale number two had 2.67% allocated at a price of 0.003, and private sale number three is 0.08% at 0.003, and the final public sale round was 0.63% at a price of 0.004, right? So again, people who purchased at all levels of seed rounds basically are sitting in a decent profit. So if you have purchased in one of these seed rounds, then congratulations to you. As of March 18, the total supply of Lina is 10 billion tokens, and the circulating supply when listed on Binance is 15.63%, right? So again, the token formats are of two types, BEP20 and ERC20 token. You can also see the other numbers that we already discussed before. Again, the same kind of information provided with a little bit more detail. Let's go and see what Linear is in a little bit more detail, right? Linear is a cross-chain compatible decentralized synthetic asset protocol to cost effectively and quickly create, trade and manage synthetic assets, right? Again, we are pretty clear on that. This is achieved by leveraging fast public blockchains such as BSC as a solution. Again, this is the kicker, right? They're basically saying that they're exactly the same as synthetic finance, but they're basically using Binance Smart Chain's fast public blockchain infrastructure in order to achieve this solution, right? Which is a pretty smart idea in my opinion. This brings scalability and cost saving versus existing solutions and composability between DeFi assets across different blockchains, right? Again, they wanted to use the easier route and they did. Linear's first cross-chain integration is with BSC, followed by an integration with Polkadot. Again, there you go. I believe that also they mentioned here, maybe since there is no Polkadot based active project underway, or maybe they haven't announced it officially, there is no mention about the Polkadot chain being one of the potential chains in the previous docs that we saw. But here they finally mentioned that it's a first cross-chain integration is with Binance Smart Chain, followed by integration with Polkadot, right? So that's good. Although Linear's transactions are done on BSC, Linear maintains connectivity with the Ethereum network through its swap functionality. Again, although it kind of maintains its transactions on the Binance Smart Chain, Linear maintains its connectivity with the Ethereum network through the swap functionality, right? This allows users to convert their liquids between Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, allowing composability and accessibility between DeFi protocols on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, right? So people who want to hold any form of synthetic assets on Linear Finance, they're able to use their ERC20 versions or BEP20 versions of their tokens through a bridge which will kind of like smoothly connect the two chains and provide them with the vast array of DeFi opportunities, right? Because if they want to use LUSD, they will not only have the options of using it in several Binance Smart Chain based yield farming applications, they will also be able to use it on the Ethereum DeFi applications as well, right? So that's a pretty cool interoperable feature that's available for Lina tokens and any synthetic assets produced on Lina. Linear's token Lina serves as a backbone to the protocol and is used in both Linear's dApps, Linear Builder and Linear Exchange, right? So you can they have two dApps basically. Linear Builder, I believe that's where the collateralization of Lina tokens to mint LUSD happens, and Linear Exchange is basically where you can buy and sell synthetic linear based assets on the linear ecosystem, right? So that's pretty cool. Lina tokens have the following use cases, right? So these are some of the really cool and important use cases if you're looking to purchase Lina tokens based on its utility. So Lina token holders are able to stake and collateralize their Lina tokens on the protocol and mint LUSD, right? Again, something that we already covered before. LUSD can be used to purchase liquids on linear exchange or be used in other DeFi protocols. Again, pretty much the same thing that I explained before. Users who mint LUSD will also be eligible for staking rewards and a share of the trading fees generated on linear exchange, right? Again, as we discussed before, if you stake your Lina tokens and mint LUSD, you are not only given staking rewards, but you're also given a share of the trading fees that's happening on the exchange, right? Linear token holders will be able to participate in the linear DAO and vote on protocol topics such as synthetic asset listings, fee revenue splits, collateral ratio, and other linear improvement proposals. At a later stage, the linear DAO will also vote on the distribution of staking rewards and reserve tokens, right? Again, by holding Lina tokens, you are able to participate in several governance activities that we discussed before, and the linear DAO at some point in the future will also vote on the distribution of staking rewards and reserve tokens, right? Which is also something cool. So recent news, their mainnet was launched for Linear Builder and Linear Exchange on January 2021, and they've had several other announcements or updates for the past year, which you guys can read through. I don't want to go to it too deep. So the token sale information is also given here for additional verification and also to ensure that you are aware of how the token is distributed and allocated for the different groups. So when it comes to the token allocation, you can clearly see that staking rewards constitute 40% of the token rewards, which will be delivered or provided to people who stake Lina tokens and mint LUSD, right? So reserve is going to be 15%, and community is going to be 5%, ecosystem is going to be 10%, exchange liquidity allocation is going to be 5%. I believe this is where the Binance's liquidity is coming from, and advisors is going to be 5%. Again, not too bad, because usually most project advisors kind of have somewhere between 10 to 15% of the token allocation. This one is around 5%. The team is 10%, right? So in overall, if you see the team plus the advisors together have 15%. So that's pretty much like the standard token allocation for the advisors and team members. Seed sale is 2.4, and I can't click this one. Yeah, private sale 1 is 3.5, and you can see the other private sales listed in lighter versions of gray shade, right? And the public sale is basically the green, which I think it's not really working right now, but anyway, if you look at the token release schedule, you can see that since October, like you can see that there has been private seeds and private sales and public sales and seed sales that happened. And if you see at the time of making this video, in March, the team has 1.25% of the token supply, and the advisors have 0.63. So if you see the Lina token or the linear protocol has a pretty much of like a linear distribution of tokens that are released to the as staking rewards, and the team also kind of has the same organic pattern which brings confidence to the general public. And after, I believe, December 2022, you can see the line flattening up a bit, which indicates that no more increase in token supply would happen after this period, right? So that's also pretty interesting to see. And you can also read about their community overview and other information from Binance research site, right? So if you guys want to read about this project and get a summary or an idea of how the project has updated itself since last year, understand the distribution, token distribution patterns, and also understand some of the peripheral information about this project, you can go to research.binance.com and search for Linear or Lina, right? So let's go to the Linear Finance website. So this is their website. If you see, it's a pretty cool website. Again, you guys can go to all of their documents, access all of their information, relevant information to do your own research at their website linear.finance, right? So again, a pretty simple and cool design. We've covered most of the information that they have on their website. So stake, build, earn, a decentralized application for staking and building LUSD, accepting a mixture of Lina tokens and other major cryptocurrencies, right? Pretty straightforward. This is their linear builder application or DApp, which looks like this, where you can stake Lina and you'd be able to pledge a collateralization ratio, making sure that the ratio is above a specific percent in order to prevent being liquidated, right? Linear exchange spend invest diversity. Linear exchange enables trading of a variety of liquid assets based on spot cryptocurrencies, commodities, and thematic indices with nearly instant confirmation time and immediate finality, right? Again, pretty fast. It uses Binance Smart Chain, so it's obviously going to be fast. You can see the linear exchange. This is the interface of the linear exchange. You can pretty much buy linear Bitcoin using LUSD, and it's pretty much the same same concept as synthetics, where you can use SUSD to buy synthetic version of crypto or commodity or anything else, right? So that's a pretty cool concept. So linear swap, transfer across chain, gas savings, composability, right? Our custom built swap functionality that helps save gas fees and allows composability of Lina tokens across different blockchain. Again, this is their Lina swap or linear swap. You can basically change from different chains to different chain. Again, here they've presented Polkadot as a chain, but in Binance's research or announcement, they never mentioned anything about Polkadot, right? Build LUSD and start trading today. Again, you can click on to their launch app to see the interface itself. So they're basically working with all of these partners. They're working with DuckDAO, Black Edge Capital, Moonrock Capital, Vendetta Capital, Soul Capital. They are also working with Band Protocol, which is one of their primary oracles. Huobi Global. I believe that since they're working with Huobi Global, probably they may also at some point in the future, expand to the Huobi eco chain, thereby being a part of 4 blockchains instead of just 3. And that's it. So basically, overall, that's a pretty cool and simple website with a lot of visuals, providing more information than all the written paragraphs from other websites, right? So let's go to linear finance or linear tokens CoinGecko page. So this token is currently ranked 153rd by CoinGecko based on its market cap, and it's currently trading at 16 cents per token. It recently had a 3% dip in the past 24 hours. Again, just like any Binance listed token, this token also had an initial pump, like a parabolic pump, and then within 24 to 48 hours, the price started cooling down, and now it's in the cooling phase, right? So if you look at the market cap, it's $332 million in market cap. So a good comparison of this market cap is going to be with Synthetix itself, because Synthetix is the current market leader when it comes to producing synthetic assets on the Ethereum blockchain. But the problem with Synthetix is that it's only in the Ethereum blockchain as of now, and I know that Ethereum is kind of undergoing this roll-ups, mainly the optimistic roll-ups and ZK roll-ups, which are going to come pretty soon. And these rollups will make several projects, including synthetics on Ethereum, much more user friendly to regular users, right? But you would still want to see projects that are multi-chain or cross-chain compatible, such as linear finance, which will definitely rival synthetics in the long run. So comparing the multi-chain aspects of linear finance along with its strong backing from Binance and multiple other projects, I believe that this token is still relatively undervalued, and you only have the market cap of synthetic finance to compare to, right? So comparing to synthetic finance, I believe that this token itself is relatively undervalued, right? The max supply and circulating supply is already well known to us. Let's look at the charts, shall we? So for the charts, you can clearly see that this token had a very humble beginning. It was immediately after the CoinGecko listing or CoinGecko adding of this token since September 2020, where we have the data. You can see that it had a very small spike where it reached 1.5 cent per token, and then it kind of was like in this pretty much of a downtrend where nobody was literally using this token, and it kind of came back to its relatively latest seeds public sale price, which is about 0.005 cents or $0.005 per token, and it was pretty much in this range till January, like mid of January, right, where it started spiking up, and then it started spiking up again, then spiked up again, reaching an all-time highs on February 11th, where the price was 10 cents per token, and then it crashed immediately, and then it's reached a price point of 6 cents per token or 5 cents per token, and then it started going back up early March, and then now it's currently at its all-time highs right now at about 20 cents was the all-time highs, but it's still pretty high when it comes to the price point, right? So I would probably wait if you were to buy this token. Again, please do your own research before buying this token. None of the information in this video must be considered as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you do want to buy this token, I would probably suggest you to wait, because it is still at its very relatively, it's pretty much at its highs right now. And I do believe that the cooling phase will kind of cool this even further to a price point of about 14 to 13 cents per token, which will definitely be a possibility, right? If you look at the Bitcoin comparative, again, you can clearly see that early on in September 2020, the price of one token was 112 satoshis, and immediately after its release, it kind of like got an all-time high at that time of 249 satoshis before crashing and reaching a stability point of 55 satoshis per token. And then it went up again in Feb along with its dollar comparative, whereby it reached 227 satoshis per token, went back down, and then after the Binance listing had a pretty much high all-time highs at about I believe it's 347 satoshis per token, where now it's kind of cooling off. Again, the same as dollar comparative, right? I would say that this token is pretty much still highly valued, and therefore I would probably not buy at this price point. Maybe I'll wait till it reaches the 200 satoshi, like the 200 and maybe like 215 to 220 satoshis, which is a high possibility for this token. Again, because Bitcoin is going up, you can expect this token to kind of like slump when it comes to Bitcoin comparative. So maybe if you guys want to wait for some time to get this token, you would probably get it for a relatively decent price point, right? If you look at the exchanges, you can obviously get it from Binance. You can also get it from PancakeSwap. You can also get it from Uniswap, which are surprisingly not mentioned here. You can also get it from Huobi Global, FTX, and Bithumb, right? Although I would recommend Huobi Global and FTX, I don't think I would recommend Bithumb. But if you have a Binance account, you can probably get it from there, because most people get these kind of altcoins on Binance, or you can get it from PancakeSwap, right? So that's pretty cool. So do I hold this token? I don't really hold this token because I just don't really, again, I'm not really trying to buy bags of the same type of assets. I already hold a bag of synthetics, so I don't really want to buy another token which pretty much does the exact same thing in a cross-chain fashion, right? Maybe I would probably, like, buy a very tiny bag of it if the price goes down even further, but I still don't think I would fully buy it because I'm not really happy with the max supply and I'm not really happy with the circulating supply. Again, to me, I'm personally not really interested in buying tokens which have a huge max supply like this token, because it's not really something that we would say like a long-term hold, because when you have a project which pretty much is exact copy of synthetics, and the only difference is it's in multiple different chains. I don't really see a huge value proposition in this token, so I personally wouldn't buy this token. But if you guys are interested in buying this token, then by all means please go ahead. I'm also trying to make sure that I only invest in tokens that has a chance of that has a chance of being a long-term income provider kind of thing. So I do have some short-term bags, don't get me wrong, but I don't really feel comfortable investing in this particular token because I don't really see any unique value proposition from it apart from just being present on multiple different chains and doing the exact same thing as synthetics, right? But that's just my opinion. Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.